Hey, are we? Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy, Austin Largo. I'm still in your thing.
Let's go.
I'm not your boy. I'm your man.
It's your boy Lance Winters, baby. How you guys doing today? We're back, episode 25. We're live, having a great old time. How you been?
I'm good. I'm really good. I'm coming up with a little,
Did I get Rob in the building over here for a moment?
inflammation, but do we have problems over there?
Yeah, buddy. I'll just wanted to check in on him, make sure he's still around.
We're looking good.
Crazy times, boss. Crazy times. So, about your week, tell me about that.
Just hitting it hard at the office, hitting it hard at the dojo. Hitting the bags harder and my lady harder.
Bam, bam.
But enough about what I'm doing. What are you doing? What you do Friday.
What I do Friday, I was waking up from a hangover, and I ended up making my way to Los Angeles. Horrible time. The traffic was just killing me. The heat was on. But I managed to make my way down to Lucha Pro, ladies and gentlemen, and that was a grand time. They had a tournament to see who's the undisputed best of the best, and we'll get into that later today. But other than that, just drinking, surviving, having a good time, and enjoying wrestling. Lately we had All In. That was yesterday.
Yeah, All In over in Chicago. Guess what? I was all out of money to buy that, so I didn't have a chance to watch that. I guess my ticket got lost in the mail, Cody. So if you want to come on studio and
talk about this,
fix that up. Yeah, congrats to Cody. He won the NWA championship. Doing his daddy proud. Yeah, but again, our tickets got lost in the mail, Bullyzone. With the exclusive VIP backstage access tickets
with the badges.
Exactly. Laminated both sides with the holographics, fronts and whatnot. Cool lanyards. Those got lost in the mail, so we just had to settle for doing our own thing out here in SoCal with the sun. It's always shining. I saw bits and pieces of All In. Penta versus Omega. Pretty cool. Jericho came out, attacked Omega, so it looks like we might get another match of them two.
That was pretty sly of Jericho dressed up.
Yeah, dressed as Penta. I knew it wasn't him. Look at the tattoos, obviously. Mm-hmm. And he's about, 30 pounds lighter than Penta. Penta's got a gut, if you haven't noticed. But he still does some crazy-ass moves. So I'll give him his credit where it's due.
But the know-it-all knew it right through the guys.
Yeah, I knew, no way Penta would somehow lose a whole sleeve of tattoos within 30 seconds of no lights. But, what else happened that show? Like I said, Cody won. Janela, Hangman Page, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool, like powerbomb off the stage and whatnot.
And the women, oh my gosh, let's not forget about the women.
Women went out there and killed it. I think they should split that, 4-way match into two separate matches.
Oh yeah, give it a little more time to really
each half of the card.
Shine.
Yeah, but
whatever. How's it going, fans? How's it going, guys? Good to see you all checking in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow for our weekly podcast. Just so you guys know, that pin link right there is from Orange County Championship Wrestling and their latest project, Next Level. But we'll get into that later. But first and foremost, we're going to go back a couple weeks ago. I had a chance to go to San Diego, and I got to check out Super Awesome Showdown. And boy, may I tell you, it was super awesome. I got to see wrestling in a different light. Kind of like when I went to Rogue Wrestling, I saw wrestling in a different light. Like when you go to bar wrestling, whenever you go somewhere new and different for the first time, your mind's blown, man. So it's a lore, it's a story. There's a lot going on. But I'll try to walk you through this.
Yeah, definitely. You can check out photos from that night on the Bullyzone Facebook page. From Super Awesome Showdown. Galactica 5, what's it called?
Galactic Aadya 5.
Galactic Aadya. Sounds like some disease, some convoluted, college disease all these kids are getting.
But it was no disease, my friend. It was actually the night where the universe was at stake. Not in a wrestling ring, but on a battle grid, ladies and gentlemen. So, explosive start. We have the Tempest family, the space Romanians just doing their thing. They're on vacation, having a good old time.
Are those the boys in the jumpsuits?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just from the looks of it, I like those guys.
The good guys and gals. They're super wealthy. They're super not vampires. They're just cool people. And they're on vacation having a good old time until they get thrown into a match. But they're not trying to have a fight. Little do you know, there's two cousins, Orbo and Lorbo, man and woman, space bounty guys, if I believe, And they ended up having a conflict between each other because they can't figure out, they're having communication problems over who's who. So instead of it being a traditional 2-on-2 tag match, it turns into Orbo versus Lorbo to see who's going to control the family jewels. And at the end of the day, no matter who won, they decided we still need to stick together and we got work to do. So the Tempest family may have ran off from the beginning, but the Orbos are still strongly after them. So
Orbo, that's a funny name. Well, what else happened that night?
So we have this beautiful Manta Ray. It's this top secret project that's run away, and she's trying to live her life, and the government's been chasing her down to the point where they got future space cop Thorn on the case.
Thorn. Oh, that sounds like a thorn in my side.
Oh, and he was, but Manta Ray was luckily able to get the 1-2-3 on him and get him out of the game. She's running away for her freedom. Something at the end happened I don't really understand, but from what I saw in the video, someone got vaporized, transplanted. We'll have to wait till the next show to see what happened to Manta Ray. Next up, we have Vlad Tempest coming on in against your boy Jackson Calhoun.
How was that?
It was amazing. It was the match that the whole crowd was going wild over. What's going on, Brian? Thanks for tuning in. And they're fighting over. They're both two very wealthy factions in the galactic space universe. So when one goes against the other, and there's something precious on the stakes, only one wealthy man can have it. The only one philanthropist can have all the gold. So they're fighting over a skull, a super important skull that ended up being destroyed mid-match due to their carelessness because they had such rage and such resentment against each other. This was supposed to be the rubber match of the whole thing going on between them. And what do? They let their indifferences get in the way of their gold.
Sounds like Indiana Jones 4, right? They're fighting over some skull. You got Shia LaBeouf in there. He's swinging with the monkeys. But it sounds like it was a better time here than in the theater when I went to go see that.
Oh, yeah.
$10 I'd never get back.
It's a way better time at the Battle Grid, baby. Let me tell you what. We got Orion Odyssey, I believe, in a 3-way match with Sol Invictus and Polybius. And, oh my lord, Sol Invictus is a sun god. He is the god of sun. He has powered by the sun. He quit his day job just to come out tonight and supercharge the Battle Grid. But he was going against Polybius. And Polybius is not the man that I've seen elsewhere.
Polybius. I think I was prescribed Polybius for strep throat a couple weeks ago.
Oh, he did more than strep throats. He jumped off ropes. He was flying through the arena, ladies and gentlemen. But Polybius was not able to gain that victory. It was Orion Odyssey, actually, ladies and gentlemen, that took home that win. It was super competitive. Like I said, it's in the Battle Grid, so you don't know what's happening next. You had 1 minute Polybius got thrown out the ring. The next minute he's jumping off the second story of the building. It was just devastating, man. But that led us to the main event. What's going on, Destination 6? Led us to the main event of the night. And that was Kid Knight versus Vic Valentine, baby. And oh my goodness, the Quasar Codex was on the line. Now, most simpletons don't know what's going on outside of their normal work, but in the space galaxy, there's a Quasar Codex that can control the world as we know it. With that power, you can destroy, you can create, you can rebuild. And they sold the jewels for some intergalactic bitcoins, and that money isn't really going too well. So, they're at the bottom of the line, and Vic Valentine's like, you know what, I'm just going to destroy the world, start over, and make fresh,
Yeah, that Thanos. That Thanos hustle. Start over, wipe out half the universe. I like that.
Yep. So that was the plan, but Kid Knight did not give up. Kid Knight was charged by the Codex, the Quasar Codex, while the match was going on. The battle grid was super loaded, and it was time for the universe to be saved, unfortunately. I was ready for the world to be destroyed. I was ready for a fresh new start. The hangover was not going away by the end of the night, but the universe is saved.
The universe gets saved.
And if you guys want to check that out, it's super awesome Showdown. You can check it out on Instagram, check it out on Facebook. It is not like most other wrestling shows. It's got great times. It does not have Joey the Bull in it, so it's the perfect place if you want to just sit down, watch a match with some music, with the crowd. So much media going on, man. It's crazy. It feels like the crowd is part of the experience, baby. So, super awesome Showdown. Super awesome shout out to you guys. Next show, I'll be there. Will you be there?
I'm going to try my darn
TBA.
bestest, yes. Have they announced their next show yet?
No, sir.
All right, well, when they get that announced, check out Bullyzone for exclusive heads-up coverage of the next super awesome Showdown show down in San Diego. But I'm glad you had a great time there. Battle Grid, I'm excited to see that, see what's up with that. Check out how I can handle myself on that grid. I've always been good at math, especially, graphing, so I know my way around a grid.
There you go. Can't wait to have you on board, boss. So, super awesome Showdown was super awesomely amazing. But next up, we're at downstairs.
Downstairs right now, it's kind of things took a turn left, and now they're having ping pong downstairs.
That's right.
It's
the national ping pong tournament.
Mason, he's giving us a thanks for covering the show.
Of course, no problem, boss. Thank you for having us there. Like I said, love to be there next time. Love to be there every time because that wrestling changed my life.
Yeah, shoot us deets in a DM, and let's get corresponding. But
what's going on, Debbie? How you doing?
Yeah, we're lucky. Oh, I was doing Joey's thing, but it's all poor English. Right now they're having ping pong downstairs, some United States Open for ping pong. It's a shame that I didn't get invited. I've been playing ping pong since, the early days of ping pong, over in Hong Kong and Korea, all those, Asian countries.
Factions going on and going to war over ping pong.
I know my way around a paddle. It must be, you can't exceed a certain skill level. I get it. I can't be down there just whooping everyone and take the trophy home. But enough about that. Before that, last weekend there was OCCW Next Level, which we were there taking photos. And
jobs.
It was a good show overall for what I got to see. Well, we're talking about why I didn't see the whole show. But let's just start off, opening match. We had Goose and Uberstud versus Auntie Heidi. Auntie Heidi and Goose and both playing mind games, showing off skin to one another.
Mm-hmm.
They had that flirty, pent up sexual
touching each other,
aggression, frustration, whatever. Yeah, I thought this would be good for Heidi. Goose and he's an Uber stud. Who else would you want around your arm? But Heidi wasn't really feeling him. They did pucker up, they did kiss, but it must have been a wet one.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Cause Heidi went and dropped the leg for the win.
Yeah, she was not excited
Houston
for that kiss. She was not really into it. Maybe she still got Hilda on the mind. Who knows? But I thought Houston was gonna give her a proper spanking, and he didn't. But it's all good. Hilda and Heidi, round 4. That's all I'm gonna say. Next up, we had 10 Bears making his dramatic return against Malcor the Destroyer.
10 Bears. People want their 10 Bears.
People loved 10 Bears, and they loved the music of 10 Bears. They loved the action of 10 Bears.
We must have a lot of Native American ancestry here in Orange County because 10 Bears is getting all the love. Or it might just because who he was fighting that night. Malcor is an evil, malicious guy. Doesn't talk, so we don't know what he's thinking ever. He just goes out there and hurts people. And we'll talk about what happened later on that night involving Malcor. But 10 Bears was able to pick up the victory over the big bad Malcor.
With a good return, got the W on him, hit him with the overhead slam. Nobody expected to see 10 Bears lift and drop Malcor, but he's got the strength of 10 Bears. What did you expect, guys, really? It was great. The match was competitive the whole time. It was an ongoing battle of the immovable object.
Yeah, these are about two of the strongest guys on the OCCW roster, excluding maybe Othello and Mikey, maybe B.A. Marcus Frey. But you get these two, 10 Bears and Malcor. They definitely pull power from a higher being, it seems. 10 Bears doing his spiritual dances before around the ring. Definitely drawing power from the crowd and from his ancestors. And Malcor probably has some dynamic, what's it called?
Some aura around him.
A pentagram in the back. He's crazy. But he's cool. I like Malcor. Keep an eye out for him. But I don't really like Loser, so I was kind of upset with him that night.
Didn't like him that night. It was good to see 10 Bears come back to the game. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
He's been gone for quite some time, but he was able to come
I
back.
actually just found out I have some Native American in my blood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 45% or something like that. Oh. Well, that was my grandmother's blood. Then my blood gets mixed with the other aunts, so I have some. I don't know how much.
So you're probably 2 Bears.
Yeah, I gotta look for my check. My what's it called? Restoration check.
Got to make amends to everything you lost.
But cool show. 10 Bears making a comeback, picking up the win. Next up, we had Amazing Junior taking on Little Cello.
And a lot of people were telling me that was a crowd favorite right there that stole the show.
Yeah, Little Cello looks like everyone's cousin in the audience. Fresh off parole. You might have seen Little Cello on Lucha Underground.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's stepping into the OCCW.
Coming back home to familiar territory.
Yeah, it was a dope match. I never seen Amazing Junior before, but I'm glad I got to witness him. Check out some of the photos from their match on the Bullyzone Facebook page. They probably had my favorite match that I got to see that night. You can definitely see the lucha background in both these men. It seemed Little Cello growing up on streets was able to fight a little dirtier. I thought he was going to pull out a switchblade, but,
A little shiving and shanking.
Thankfully, Ref Allen did a good pat down before.
Oh, yeah.
Little Cello's no stranger to that. He's getting patted down probably every other day by the cops.
Shout out to Joey the Bull. More comments, please. Anyways, yeah, it was really cool, and Cholo was able to get away with the cutter and get that pinfall on him. So
yeah, when he kicked out that Canadian Destroyer.
Yeah.
No, excuse me. It was Amazing Junior, I think, kicking out the Canadian Destroyer. I thought that was going to put it away, but it came down to the cutter. Either way, I'm having my guy, Little Cello. Shout out to your mother. Picked up the W.
Shout out to 1000% Knockout Nicolette.
Picked up the charge.
Over here hitting us up for repping the Nicolette and Favi at the Lucha Pro. My bad, Lucha Pro, Lucha Expo. When you drink all the buttons, they all intermingle. But, yeah, we'd love to see you next time. We'll all get together, take some photos. Take some photos and watch your dad whoop some butt.
Hey, Favi. Come on down, Favi.
Come on down to the studio anytime, guys. This is our time slot. This is our show. So anyone's welcome.
I haven't seen Favi in a minute. Cool guy. Cool guy making his, final run, but he'll never stop in my heart. Favi, cool dude. Remember when Favi had Rocky Romero right here in this studio?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
And he was an all-in last night.
It's crazy to see the people you meet.
I saw Rocky right there, sitting right where you were sitting. Yeah, I knew he had it. This young kid coming out of Southern California. I knew he was going to be a big deal. Joey the Bull doesn't know who Favi is. You met him a handful of times.
You guys are shaking hands. You guys have rivaled against each other.
Joey the Bull doesn't know Favi from Meatball Sub. But
the only thing he knows.
Next up on the OCCW Next Level card, we had a rematch. We had Daniel Moon taking on Voodoo Master, our boy Voodoo. Really fun match. good back and forth. It looked like for most of the match, Voodoo Master had the upper hand. I thought later on in the match he was gonna pick up the win. It is his hometown, his home territory, so I thought that was gonna play to his advantage. But it looked like the experience and just Daniel Moon definitely has some years on him, so that definitely played in his favor to pick up the win. Package pile driver. It was a cool match. It got crazy. Went outside the ring for a bit. Voodoo hitting that diving, senton on I keep on saying Amazing Junior because they both wore like black and red that night.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Moon. That's who he beat. Daniel Moon. Yes, because last time we had him on the Bullyzone live before CCW. What was it? I can't remember. He was wearing pink and fought Mikey O'Shea. I like that on you, Daniel Moon. If you're watching the pink and black, it works.
Clean, smooth. Doesn't remind him of the Heart Foundation on his chest at all. That match was explosive. It was crazy. A lot of people didn't like Daniel Moon for the fact that he was from Irvine. I remember that was being one of the comments being thrown out there a lot, like, go back to Irvine, trash. And he didn't let that get to him. He gave it to the crowd, gave it to Voodoo.
Well, I think hurt him was before the match started, he was taking everyone's glasses, it looked like.
Yeah. It was
you ever put someone's glasses on? If you're not a glass wearer, you put someone's glasses on for a bit, you take them off, you're a bit, dazed, and then you get punched in the head like Daniel Moon was, obviously, in a wrestling match. I thought that was going to affect him in the long run, but he was able to snap out of that. The dizzy spell probably left him real quick, and was able to get to business and put Voodoo away for the 1, 2, 3. Next up, we had the tag team titles on the line against challenger Laraza, former champions, taking on
rematch
in a 2 out of 3 falls match. We're taking this south of the border against Suburban Justice, Chris Camacho and Drew Masters. In their first title defense, started off real quick, as soon as champions hit the ring, challengers, Alexander Flores and Alexander Vega, and Freddie Flores attacked them. They're brawling outside to get Drew Masters in, hit him for the 1, 2, 3 right there.
Quick start, you know what I mean? That's how you win the game.
That's, that's smart. That's how I want to, execute my game plan. If it's a regular match, you want to work them over. But 2 out of 3 falls, you want to get that first one so you have in your back pocket. So they have to catch up now.
Yep.
You're in the lead.
You just need one more of those and you're good. My favorite part about something like that is, it's before the bell rings. You're able to use weapons. You're able to play a little dirty, because as soon as you guys both roll in the ring, that's when the match starts. That's when you get that 3 count. So Laraza was very coy about coming in and putting the hands on him.
Yeah, and then, after that first fall, that's when it really turned the second gear. It was back and forth, really good back and forth action. The advantage was definitely to Laraza, having been a team longer.
The experience overall, being champions as well, having the pressure of the title defenses.
Yeah, they're champion for so long. Suburban Justice, they got the one up on them in a last second scheduled match that Laraza was not prepared for. The night they lost, they were ready to fight A.K. Rambe, which is a totally different style than what Suburban Justice wrestle. So they definitely had that kind of style ready to take out A.K. Rambe, but instead flipped the script, taking on Suburban Justice. They picked up the win. But unfortunately, it wasn't their night tonight, as our boys Laraza were able to pick up the 1, 2, 3.
And be the new tag team champions of Orange County Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, they took their titles back. They're going back home where they belong. Definitely what I wanted that night. I love a good 2 out of 3 tag team action. It feels like I'm watching some CMLL or AAA action going on. I think that hurts Drew Master. He's the only white guy in the ring. He is a competent wrestler, very good, but he has a lot of influence from Japan, the Asian pursue strong style type of wrestling. So it is good, but I don't think it's gonna.
Project him that way.
It's not gonna help in a lucha environment where they're doing more high flying, quick. So, but Drew Masters, let's get him in the ring with. Is there any good strong style wrestlers around here in the SoCal area?
Of course there are. There's a bountiful people that could go hard style or strong style. One of them, Tyler Bateman, can go up against him, you say. And,
yeah, Death from Below or whatever.
Yeah, in a game of hard hits.
But that was that right before intermission?
Yes, sir. That was the last match.
Yeah, that's what I got to see that night because, Jonathan Malice, we had to tell him how it is, how the Bullyzone feels about him, how the whole locker room feels about him.
How everybody feels about him. Here's the thing about John Dilla. He's not liked by a lot of people. And everybody knows that. He's got his own style, his own way of doing things. And not many people agree with that. So what he does is sideline and project his own point of view. And we got tired of it, honestly, between the two of us. And if I didn't drink as much as I drank, I probably would have been the one getting a little rowdy. But needless to say, I had to call out John during that intermission.
Yeah, we called out John. We told him, get down here. We need to settle this like men face to face. He, to his credit, did man up. Didn't send anyone, didn't send his fat friend Joey the Bull, to do his dirty business.
Yes.
Like he likes to send him down to the studio all the time. Me and Joey the Bull, we've thrown down. And I figured it was time. I'm not going to deal with your lackeys no more. So keep them at bay. John, it's time for one-on-one action. I know you're an MMA guy. I've been training MMA, so it's only about time that we settle this like men. And I slipped. He did not get the upper hand on me. I slipped. I'm in dress shoes. I'm in dress pants. I'm in a dress shirt. He's wearing a short sleeve. He's got some loose jeans on. He's got his boots on. He's ready for combat.
Yeah.
I'm just, an intense guy that was ready to throw down, and give him the 1-2. I've been working that jab. I got the crosses and the hooks down. I got my kicks. I got that switch kick now. But unfortunately, I was wearing some of the older dress shoes I have. I got them down right here with me. So next time, John, if you want to do this, mano a mano, in a real combat situation, let me get my gear on. I got gloves at home. We can, bring out boxing gloves, MMA, or do you want to bare knuckle this? Do you want to get down and dirty? There will be blood if we get down and dirty. Dirty boxing.
And John's not watching us right now, so you can tell this big old pig, Joey the Bull, to go send the message along to him like a little messenger boy. Because we all know that Joey's got his nose somewhere brown.
They're butt buddies, dude.
Yeah, that's the brown nose joke right there. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We just declared and announced a full contact competition.
Full contact, full one-on-one. Doesn't matter what you want to call it. It's a fight. Not a match, not a contest. It's a fight between two, rough and rowdy men. John the Cue Ball versus your boy, the know-it-all, Austin Largo.
The know-it-all, ladies and gentlemen. You really think he's going to be caught slipping on anything?
He's a submission specialist. I've seen him. That's how, he beat Laraza in one fall at their 2 out of 3 falls match. The very first time we saw him. So the very first time we've seen John, he lost.
We've been studying.
Every time we've seen John in a match, he's lost. He or did he lose against Tony Reyes?
In the cage match?
Yeah. Yeah, strap match. I don't remember.
I don't remember how that ended. I think they ended up being friends. He took off the X on his chest. And then we never saw him again. What happened to Tony Reyes, guys?
Yeah, so, John, you better feel lucky about this. This is the last time you're ever going to get the one-up on anyone inside a wrestling ring. Because if you want to do this in a wrestling ring, I'm going to learn the ropes. I'm going to learn, some high-flying moves. If you want to do this in an octagon, I'm going to learn all your moves, all your submission moves. There's videos of you online. I've seen him. I've seen him choke dudes out in 30 seconds into a match.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive, but they're not the know-it-all. Sure, they know their moves, but do they know their opponent's moves? That's the difference between a good fighter and a great fighter, knowing what your opponent's going to do, knowing his specialties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Knowing how to counter his maneuvers.
John doesn't know what I'm gonna bring to the table. I'm gonna figure out what he's gonna bring, and we're gonna go at it. Me and John, book it.
Let's make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't even have to be at Orange County Championship Wrestling. That's right. If any promotion would like to see John Malice get his hands broken, who knows what you're going to do to this cat. If you want to see this, guys, let us know in the comments
I know
below.
Americanas, I know arm bars, I know chest pummel. I can do it all. Single leg, double leg, you name it, dog.
Enjoy the bull. You watch
Train
your
it.
fucking mouth, okay? I'll tell you that one time.
Enjoy the
Because
bull. He doesn't want to step in.
Because I've had plenty of times where I try to intervene between you two and I try to be peacemaker, but you got into my damn face at the end of the show. I had a word with John, not with you. So next time I see you, boy, I'm not going to be smiling and drinking with you. I'll be bashing a bottle over your damn head. That's how our intermission went.
Yes, enjoy the bull. You can suck it. John, train up. Enjoy the bull. If you want to ref this, you can try to, get some. He needs the stripes. They're slimming. So, find your double 4 XL, whatever, and, go to training school. I'm fired up about this. Sorry, I'm stuffy. Yeah, it's something I need to get going. I need to get this contract signed so I have something to look forward to the next month.
But we came back stronger than ever after intermission. We were able to catch the next match, which was...
What was it? I wasn't there for that. I got my butt kicked because, I had my shoes on. I think it was B.A. Marcus Frey and Azrael.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. B.A. Marcus Frey, Azrael, these guys were having the time of their lives in this fight. Azrael really was giving it all to B.A. It was his time for retribution. It was his time to, put B.A. on the shelf, as one would say, But that's not kind of what happened. No matter how many ladders Azrael jumped off of, no matter how hard he threw B.A. Marcus's Frey's head through that cement wall, it was not enough, you know what I mean? And at the end of the match, it was really terrible to see. But ended up getting mugged, bro. You know what I mean? I don't want to be discriminatory and say there was two people of the same color, but those two people of the same color attacked another guy of a different color, and it was not a love crime, you know what I mean? I don't know if you're thinking of the word I'm thinking of, but it was intense. I'm surprised Azrael's ankle wasn't shattered after that, and they did the whole chair setup.
Yeah,
and
Pillmanized him.
Oh man, it was rough to watch. So we'll wait and see for the retribution of Azrael. I know he's got something in his sleeves. No one's crying here, but Joey the Bull. Everybody knows that. He's sniffling and huffing and puffing and still can't make his way up these stairs. He's been alligating and attacking us for over 45 minutes now. But that doesn't matter. What matters is the fight of the Freddies, ladies and gentlemen. This was intense. This was crazy. This was something that really did take things to the next level. Because it was your boy, Freddie Havoc, fellow Chiver and member of the group and the organizations. He used to be a referee here, and now he's getting into the ring with none other than Freddie Helmuth, bad boy from Los Angeles, living in the gutters.
The gutters, yeah.
And, oh boy, did they give each other hell, man. They were in the ring, they were out the ring, they were not holding back anything. They were a closed fist fight, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't get to see this match because I was in the back, recovering from the, fish attack John laid on. I hope he finds himself. I know he finds all the wrestlers when
he find Rudy for hitting me as well, yeah.
So I hope he's finding himself, lining his pockets. But like I said, I didn't get to see this match, but I got to see the photos that you can see on Bullyzone Facebook page.
And you can actually check them out right here. They're pinned at the bottom of this post, guys. So
exactly. So everything he's bringing up, I didn't see it, but I know exactly what he's talking about through the magic of photos.
So thank you, Facebook. It was crazy to see. I was waiting to see who's going to win, who's going to go over, who's going to disqualify themselves and play stupid. Because it's a grudge match. I was honestly expecting one of them to just lose their shit and just go for a table or go for a chair. And what happened was they actually just kept fighting and they hit the 10 count. So there goes that. You know what I mean? An undeclared winner, but the flame is still strong between these two. Who knows what's really gonna go on?
Yeah, a draw. It's like kissing your sister. Joey knows all about that.
Yeah, I was about to say that's something Joey would say if he was at the Royal Rumble right now behind the microphone. So thank God Joey's not here, because I really don't want to get fined by Orange County Championship Wrestling for bashing his head in with the kendo stick. But this brings us to our main event, ladies and gentlemen. It was a championship title match. And we had Mariachi Loco trying to take that gold away from our boy, the 7-foot-tall LA assassin, Othello, baby. And we all know how that happened, even before the match started.
Yeah, definitely. I had my money on Othello to retain. And that's exactly what happened. You know, I didn't need to check the results or check the photos who was there standing with the belt. I knew it. It's just a matter of size and physics. You know, the bigger guy definitely has more power behind those punches.
And it was not a dance-off, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. They're not over here having a good time. They're over here trading blows, knocking each other out. And that's something Mariachi had to learn the hard way. He was trying to dance around Othello. He was trying to maneuver his way around, but it wasn't working. Not when you got the big boss here locking you up in his arms, dog. Those are some big guns the champ's got, you know what I mean? And once he's got a handle of you, doesn't matter how much you squirm or try to wiggle your way out. And that was the demise of Mariachi right there. I feel like maybe if he was more less evasive and more aggressive, maybe if he was actually doing some attacks, but he was just dancing around trying to make a fool out of the champ, and the champ wasn't having any of that. Marcus Frey was in the corner supporting him as well, making sure things were smooth. There was a moment where the ref was down, though, and there was just chaos everywhere. Marcus Frey's over here jumping on Mariachi. You see Othello jumping each other, getting them all in. And then you see little Cello come in with a cutter out of nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. The smoothest Randy Orton-esque. Saw him floating through the air for 6 seconds, and bam. It was magical. But was not enough to take down the champ, ladies and gentlemen. Our champ was able to retain, successfully hold that title, walk out of Next Level. Next show for Orange County Championship Wrestling, it's going to be September 29th, called Exodus.
Exodus at the De La Jiu-Jitsu Training Center in Stanton, California. Make sure you get your tickets ASAP. It will be a sellout. We do have Mikey O'Shea versus Othello, I believe, as the main event. You know, Vincent Shields, hopefully you're watching. I think he might be responsible.
Your wishes came true.
He buys.
Vincent Shields was requested to buy X amount of tickets and X amount of meatball sandwiches. And if he did, the promise was kept from John Malice that he'd book Othello versus Mikey. So we'll be able to see this show on the 29th.
John, he's a man of his word, so that's the one thing I'll give him. He's a man of his word, and gave the people what they want in Mikey versus Othello. Other than that, John, you're a cue ball.
You're no better than John Laurinaitis. I'll say that publicly.
No, I'd have John Laurinaitis, even with the, hey guys, John Laurinaitis on the gentleman. Yeah, I'd rather take that any day over.
Because he wouldn't wear a hat.
Cue ball, John Malice. But Exodus. We're gonna have Goose and Uberstud on the card. You know, Voodoo Master. It's gonna be a hell of a show.
Stay tuned, because Orange County Championship Wrestling has their own social media that they'll be posting the card soon. We'll be able to see what's going on, especially on Instagram. So like I said in the top of the show, I was over at Lucha Pro this Friday, and they had an Undisputed Rumble to open up the match. I thought that was pretty cool. There was Royal Rumble style, you know, 2 people come in every minute, another person comes in, and it just keeps coming in and coming in. And the winner wins this beautiful, magnificent trophy. The first person in was Caden Anthony, ladies and gentlemen. And if you don't know him, you'll know him when I bring in the second competitor, which is Vintage Dragon. That's right. Both halves of the Starbucks came in.
I was about to say, how did that go down? Brother versus brother.
I don't know what was crazier, the tension between Vintage and Caden, or the fact that they're both looking out at Lady Vane like, who are you cheering on? And, you know, it was tough and rough that whole first minute watching brother go at it. But as people started coming in, it was easier to focus on taking other people out. There was about 20 people in the Rumble. Notable names: Sean Black, Sexy Chino, Auntie Heidi was there. Biagio Crescenzo was in there. We had Chaz Herrera of Apocalypse, Andrew Everett, Mikey O'Shea himself. It was fun, dude. It was crazy to see everybody get in there, you know, and throw blows at each other. We even had Drew Masters was there.
Drew Masters.
So we had a little bit of Orange County in LA, you know what I mean? But it was fun. It was totally cool. It actually piped down to the last four, with the Starbucks being two of them, Sexy Chino and Chaz Herrera, you know. So you got Caden Anthony and Vintage throwing the two out of the ring, you know. And out of nowhere, jumps in Lady Vane and flips him out. So she eliminated the last four. She was the last one in the ring. She was the tournament winner. And the logic here is, if I won, we won. And the Starbucks pretty much won the tournament. So it was pretty fun. I loved it. Didn't see it coming.
CD's last second rule making, it's all fun and games until someone we don't want to win wins. I had my money on Chaz Herrera when you said those names. He's probably just the biggest guy in that ring, especially of those final four. Mm-hmm. I've seen all those men. Sexy Chino, he's 120 pounds wet. He's cool though. He's a funny guy. But whatever.
But in a power game, you wouldn't expect him to take over Chaz or whatnot. But what actually happened, it was unexpected as heck. But I guess if you do the math, only 16, 17 people went in. So it was a 20-person Royal. We didn't know who the last person was, and I guess took it upon ourselves to win the title of Undisputed Royal Lucha Champion. And then the show started. It was great. But like I said, it was a great way to open the show, to get everybody awake and alive in there. It was good times. We had Andrew Everett going up against Judah Matthews. If you don't remember Judah Matthews, is Jesus incarnate. Good stuff. Andrew Everett, the man of many flips. RTC. But the crowd was going over for Everett. They were loving him. Matthews, on the other hand, was able to get all that heat, and he stored it in a flying knee, and he took the win. A little Daniel Bryan, a little flying knee to the face. Super explosive. I didn't see that coming. And neither did Andrew Everett, but good stuff. Next up, we saw Apocalypse and Biagio Crescenzo. Pull-up power bomb out of nowhere, just destroyed Biagio. Well, there's nothing more to say to that one. You know what I mean? When you see Biagio get tossed in the air and slammed right back down to the ground, it's just the force. I thought he broke his damn back. So a little shout out Destination 6. They're still hanging out with us. I got to see Ayoka in a competition going against Katara Vera, who we've seen against Heidi.
Mm-hmm.
That cage match. It was a 3-way match between these ladies. And Mariah's got to watch out from what I've seen, because when I saw these ladies at Destination 6, they were street fighting, you know what I mean? I've seen Mariah in the ring before. I've seen what she's capable of. But Friday night, when I got to see what she's got and she's capable of, she's got some killer feet. She's super athletic, and she won with a diving crossbody, so she can fly and chop you down like a tree. So now I'm a little nervous for our girl Mariah, but we'll see what happens. That's going to be September 15th at Boiling Point, Destination 6 Wrestling. Make sure you get your pre-sale tickets because they're running out.
Was that the whole show?
That was it. That was the capper. I was unable to get the last of the match. I had to run off to work. But Venom with Ultimate Shamu was SoCal Crazy. I mean, you can only imagine they blew the roof off with the ending. In such a lucha style, you know what I mean? It was a 3 falls match, the classic Rudos versus Technicos.
Technicos, that's what they're called. Rudos. That's who I was.
Bullies.
That's who always I'm rooting for, the Rudos. But
Or the Rudas, because, love women
Rudas.
too.
But what I'm excited for this Friday, PCW.
That's right.
Uh,
CCW Vision Quest.
Yeah, you know why I'm excited. Not only does PCW just put on great show after great show,
But
they finally got their heads out their butts, looked at the roster, looked at who's the most dominant
at the rankings,
non-champion, who's the most dominant underneath Penta, Zero, whatever he's going by. He's got all
Zero
thousand
Miedo.
names. And they finally realized Hammerstone, he's on a 5+ match win streak. He hasn't lost this whole year at PCW. He beat Brian Cage at the start of this year. He's beaten the likes of Brody King and Jeff Cobb and ACH. He's beaten all those guys. So now he's stepping up to the plate to take on, champion Pentagon for the PCW Heavyweight Championship. The whole time he's been there, I don't think he's ever been pinned. At least since we've heard of it. So, he's lost only by DQ because the ref, the ref has to save these little guys. First it was Eli Everfly and then Chris Bay, Eli Everfly 90 pounds wet, Chris Bay maybe 100 pounds soaking wet. Versus our boy Hammerstone.
Your boy Hammer.
Who is just stone. He looks like a rock formation covered in flesh. He has muscle on muscle on muscle. So I'm going to try my damn best to score some tickets, front row, get the meet and greet. They got Billy Gunn there for the meet and greet special. I kicked myself in the butt last time I didn't go to PCW show.
But we won't be making that mistake again, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, definitely. I'm just there for the main event, Pentagon versus Hammerstone. Because Hammerstone, he's been on my radar ever since we first saw him against Eli Everfly last year. Single H, as people like to call him. But he's going to get the respect he deserves.
Oh, yes.
No more, Single H or Triple H,
Be blah, blah, blah. No, damn it. Hammerstone's been putting in the work. He's been going to Vegas. He's been going to Arizona. He's been taking over the game.
Yeah, he just fought two from Warbeast.
Yeah, and he's coming back to California to retain and gain and be the main that we all know he can be, which is the bully, your boy Hammerstone. So make sure you guys check that out. It's going to be PCW Ultra this Friday in Wilmington, California. Tickets are now on sale. Front row tickets going upwards of $100, but it's worth it to get that meet and greet.
Oh, yeah, that meet and greet.
That front row seat, that experience, which is PCW Ultra.
Yeah, I kicked myself in the butt when they had Stan Hansen there, and I didn't go. If you don't know, Austin Largo loves Stan Hansen. He's probably one of my favorite. Lariat. Yeah, just that lariat. He's coming to kill someone every time he throws that lariat. Joey the Bull, I wish he'd get in the way of a lariat.
Oh, my God, please. I wish the wrestling god would just strike him down one day, just clothesline him straight to hell.
But, yeah. So I'm not going to miss my chance. If I'm not going to see Stan Hansen, I'm going to see Hammerstone, with the championship this time. Other notable matches on the card are Warbeast versus Reno Scum.
Mm-hmm. Reno Scum.
Last time we went to a bar wrestling, I finally got to see Reno Scum. I got family in Reno, so maybe there's some DNA mixed up. Maybe we're brothers or cousins.
You never know the
that big guy. What's his name? Lex Legend or Legend, the Luster the Legend, I think. Side by side, me and him kind of look alike. He's got the mohawk. I got luscious hair, so he's a big dude. I got big dreams, so
I can see the resemblance.
And then Warbeast, they're just unstoppable. They've been champions for
ever.
I was going on their website the other day. It's been over 500 days, something like that. They had a hold of those tag titles. Brody King versus Eddie Kingston, I believe. Brody King, he's just killing it. I believe he was named, SoCal Wrestler of the Year.
Boom, boom, boom.
And who else would it be? I saw SoCal Uncensored. They put like an unofficial top 50 SoCal wrestlers. There was no Othello on that top 50.
Nope.
And I was just, my jaw dropped. I was appalled.
I couldn't believe it. It was disrespectful, and I don't believe in that list.
Yeah, it's
Nobody
just-
could tell me what good wrestling is. I go to fucking shows and I see good wrestling and I know what it is. I don't need some guy on a keyboard to tell me what's great.
just the disrespect. This guy's been champion for all of 2018.
I was about to say about 10 months now, yeah.
Yeah, so he's beaten everyone that's been thrown his way. Yeah, hasn't been pinned, hasn't been submitted, hasn't taken a count out loss since last year.
Had feuds with people like Rudy Rogers.
Yeah, he's beaten
and
Rudy,
Azrael.
he's beaten Azrael, he's beaten Vintage Dragon, he's gonna beat Mikey O'Shea this month. He's beaten Tony Boy Fury. He's beaten Freddie Flores. He's beaten everyone. He's a champ.
He's a fighting champ, baby.
Just the size of. I want to see him wrestle. I want to see him against Hammerstone. Honestly, champ versus champ.
Mm-hmm. Unify those belts.
Yeah, if someone booked that, I'll be front row for that with the meet and greet. I'll have Othello here, Hammerstone here. We'll all grab a drink. A good bar around probably.
Oh yeah, I know a couple spots you can get hammered.
Yeah, we'll be like Eminem drinks and kamikazes, Ric Flair status. I think I'm trying to think of the rest of the PCW card. I know Tessa Blanchard's going to defend her PCW Women's Championship.
Yep, she was at All In the other night as well, giving it her all. So that's always fun. It's always good to see Tessa. But that's PCW. That's going to be this Friday.
Yeah.
Doors open at 8:30. Show starts at 9. At
I'm pretty
231
jazzed.
West C Street.
Yeah, 231 WC Street, something like that.
Yeah, WC Street.
What's this?
I'm excited. I can't wait. So what else is going on? How the fans doing? You guys staying awake? What are you guys doing this Sunday? I know it's the Orange County International Street Fair going on.
I'm just happy for a 3-day weekend. I deserve it. Boss man, I deserve it. I hope paying me for this day off that we're all getting tomorrow.
Coming to. I just expect to have the day off. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go check on my boss. I'm just gonna expect the day off, and I'll deal with that on Tuesday.
No, I walked into his office. I told him, the whole office, we're getting Monday off. I don't care who's got what to say. I don't care. I got
down the deadlines.
I got a bunch of clients waiting for calls back. They can all wait till Tuesday. They need their equipment. They need their money to go get that equipment. You can hold on. It's your fault you don't have the money to pay cash, and that you need to come to me for that money. I don't like the way they speak to me. They treat me like I'm a punk, and so you know what? I give them deals that I could get better for them, but because they didn't say hello or I didn't ask how I was doing when they answered the phone,
they're getting nothing.
Their interest rates, I could get them probably at 4%. They're gonna get 7%. So it's all about how you treat the people on the phones. I'm the money man. I got the guap.
The guap.
The cheddar.
Guap. It's almost Guaptober, ladies and gentlemen. Just a nice friendly reminder.
I got green in my pockets. You can call it turtle power.
Oh, taking it back to that shell shock days.
Yeah, exactly. Juicy J up in here.
What are you guys excited for this week? How was your weekend? What's going on, fans and family members? I see you guys are all checking out the podcast. Don't forget to check out our little links we have right here. It's attached. It's all the photos from Orange County Championship Wrestling. Their latest show, Next Level. Right now in development, we got all these Lucha Pro photos. You guys can get excited and ready for that. Those will be up as soon as we can. And anything on YouTube going on? Any fun content blasting?
From Bullyzone or just
from
the world? We got videos being posted anytime now. Just I need anyone out there good with computers, come on down to my office. Reboot my system because my computer isn't acting like Joey the Bull slow. It's huffing and puffing. It's making all these weird noises. So if someone come check it out, I can give you a hot dog and a handshake for your hard work. Yeah, it's fun though. We got some videos coming up. we'll have exclusive footage of the beatdown that I gave to John, and you can pinpoint the exact moment when I slipped.
You can see someone didn't set up that mat or that ring correctly. But that's not something that, my lawyer hasn't been looking into, so I'm just going to say nothing about that right now. But, yeah, man, Orange County's wildin'. I don't know what to expect this week. Traffic's looking light. It's always sunny here. But it's not summer anymore, if you notice. It's getting a little chilly. Having to bring a little jacket out when you go for your run.
I don't know. It's still better than being anywhere else. If you go anywhere else in this country, as soon as summer's over, it just starts to you start to get your nose dripping starts to freeze as soon as they leave your nostrils. California, it's never like that. Like even Vegas, desert territory. It's 200 degrees in the afternoon and 30 below in the evening, which is like the craziest thing.
Super contradictory, yeah. What
that's
are you doing?
Yo, what's up? Who designed this? let me talk to your manager.
We have to reboot the system. Any last words, you fat piece of turd, Joey the Bull? Because
he's mad there's no photos of him.
Why the hell am I going to take a photograph of you? I'm not going to break my lens. I can't fit you in the photograph.
Yeah,
Joey the
I didn't
Bull.
bring the wide angle lens.
Yeah, the fisheye and all the little attachments. No. While we're talking about people we don't like, where have people been?
Remember when Joey the Bull was getting booed?
That was actually funny. I wish I had video of that because that was definitely a highlight. Shout out to Adam Woods because Adam Woods was over here at Next Level with us, and he was behind the boards, as they say, with the
Lex Icon. Yeah, you can actually see footage with their commentary on I think OCCW Prime on YouTube.
Yes.
Look it up. They got the whole show there. They had to sit way back because Joey the Bull was doing the ring announcing.
Yeah, he had to get in and out and in and out. They didn't want to keep panning in and panning out, so they just went for the wide shot,
Yeah, so thanks, Joey.
Keep wrestling alive. But, yeah, if Joey ever wants to step in the ring, I'll take him on. I'll even take him on in something he's good at. We can have an eating contest.
The whole Logan Paul KSI fight. It was Logan Paul KSI in the main event, and then Jake Paul and Deji, the brother of KSI. It'll be Joey the Bull versus Lance Winters, and then main event MMA shoot style. You call out Joey the Bull? What kind of match would you want to have with him?
Dude,
a Chicago street fight,
a poo-tang pie eating contest.
Yeah, something fun. I mean? Yeah, something fun like that.
Like I can out-drink you, I can out-eat you, I can out-joke you, I can out-crowd control you. We can have so much fun, Joey. And at the end of the day, I'll be a winner. So whatever you want to do. Fat boy, you want to eat, you want to drink, let's do it.
We'll have that, and then me and John will go at it.
And then you and John will actually fight, and all of Los Angeles will be proud of you.
Yeah, and then we'll just,
Then Bullyzone credentials go way up, our fan rate goes up, our approval rate goes up, and next thing you know, we're at WPW. Wrestling Pro Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. I'll make sure to make it to the next show. I can't wait. But with that being said, you turd
burglar, Joey the Bull. But enough about him. It's time to wrap the show up. We got places to be. Who's that? Oh, we got the Chiver on my feed. Chiver, go check out those photos. We got some good photos of you, so you're welcome. Brian Chansey, he's tuning in. Say goodbye to us. Hit him with your signature sign out.
I forgot what to say. It's your boy Lance Reynolds, baby, signing out with the Bully Zone. Catch you next time. Same place, same week, same old chairs. Yeah. And Joey, if you're watching this,
And I'm Austin Largo with the planned pause. Jonathan Malice, we're calling you out. John versus Austin, Lance versus Joey. Book it now. biggest internet event since, the last biggest internet event. You want this to happen. Sayonara, Brian Chansey. Keep it all good in the hood. L7 Weenie. Joey the Bull. John, you suck. What else can I say? A face only a mother could love. That's and a belly for Joey.